Marston's domain.
Hey everyone, Future Marson here. So, in this video I talk about a rumor that was going around, and I didn't have it available when I made this video because I saw it months ago and I thought I wouldn't be able to find it. I found it, so I'll have that link in the description below. And in this video, I had talked about how they hinted at a Mario Kart game. I would like to make a correction. They just hinted at that the major holiday title would involve tires. So I just want to make that clear because in this video, I'm going to refer to it as them hinting at a Mario Kart game. They didn't necessarily say for sure that it'd be Mario Kart, so just wanted to clear that up. So hopefully you enjoy the rest of the video. Just wanted to make sure that was clear instead of just putting text on the screen or whatever, because sometimes that can get missed and I totally understand. So here now is past Marson.
Hey everyone, Marson here, and today I want to talk about Mario Kart Tour because something interesting has happened. So they're doing this jungle event thing, and we're not only getting Funky Kong, we're not only getting the Rambi Kart, but we are also getting Dixie Kong. And I think some people would be like, okay, I mean, that's cool, but I don't play Mario Kart Tour, or, you know, it's just a mobile game. What does this mean? I think this is actually pretty big. Because for one, for them even doing this event at all, and completely acknowledging Donkey Kong in general, is big. Because, let's face it, they're very wishy-washy when it comes to representing Donkey Kong. As it is, we don't even have the DKC trilogy on the Super Nintendo online app, whatever you call it, for the Switch. We don't even have the first game, let alone the trilogy. So when it comes to Donkey Kong, it's just, I don't know. They're always very strange about it. I think a part of it might be because Rare was the one that kind of gave it its new push, and maybe they just would rather push the stuff that they've done themselves. I don't know, because then that could get contradicted because they usually have Diddy Kong, and Diddy Kong was designed by Rare, so I don't know what it is. But normally, they kind of stray away from Donkey Kong Country. Yes, we have Tropical Freeze, but I think most people would agree that they're very weird about Donkey Kong Country in general, at least the original trilogy. So for this game, to not only have an event based around Donkey Kong, but then to add Funky Kong, which that one makes more sense because he was in Mario Kart Wii. They have the funky mode in Tropical Freeze. So those two combined, yeah, Funky Kong. Dixie Kong, however, this is the first Mario Kart game to have Dixie Kong. And they could have easily just done Donkey Kong with like a different tie or something, or Diddy Kong with different clothes, because in Mario Kart Tour, they have a lot of characters in there with multiple different outfits, and they count as a different character. So they could have went that route with this. But instead, they decided to put a character that they would have to actually animate and design from scratch. I mean, you know, not from complete scratch. I mean, Dixie Kong has existed, but she was never in Mario Kart. So they had to actually do all this to put her in. And this is where my theory comes in. And I know some people are going to say this is digging too far, but this is where these are the types of predictions and theories that I make and have, and sometimes they end up being true. So I like to just say what I think could happen or what could be going on, and if it happens, it happens, and if it doesn't, then it doesn't. There was someone who, I don't remember the name, I don't even remember where this was, but it was on Twitter, and it was from someone who was pretty credible on rumors. And maybe someone in the comment section will know who I'm talking about or what I'm talking about, but I remember they tweeted out something hinting at that we'd be getting a new Mario Kart game at some point, which that alone isn't really a huge prediction because eventually we will get a Mario Kart 9. It's just gonna happen. The thing with Mario Kart 9, the reason why I think we haven't gotten it yet, is because Mario Kart 8 is selling super, super well. So it's like Grand Theft Auto right now. They're not going to release a new one because 5 is still selling like crazy. It still goes on the charts, which is crazy. That game has been out for so long. So why would they make a new one when the one they have is still selling? That's just not something that a company would really do. They'll just wait. So with Mario Kart 8, that's what's happening right now. It's still selling. So they're like, why are we going to release a new one and stop the sales of 8? Because if they make 9 now or announce it now, who's going to buy 8 right now? That would make no sense. I mean, there's always going to be a few stragglers who are like, ooh, I'll get this now and I'll get used to it and I'll be ready for 9. Like, that could happen. But in terms of people that are gonna dive into the game, they're gonna halt those sales, for sure, if they announce a new one and a new one comes out. So back to the rumor thing. They hinted at a Mario Kart game, but then the thing that got everyone confused was they had posted a picture of one of the Smash costumes. And they did it to explain one of the things that's different with this Mario Kart game. And everyone's prediction, I don't know if it was the wording on how they posted it or what it was, but most people believed that it alluded to a Smash Kart type of game, meaning that there would be a huge roster with this Mario Kart game. I think that with Mario Kart Tour and with Mario Kart 8, the game is super popular. Mario Kart's already popular, period. But with the two combined, it's everywhere. I don't think they're adding these characters to Mario Kart Tour just for the fun of it. I think that these characters will be used in a future title, because something similar happened with Animal Crossing. When they made one of those app things for the Wii U, they had a ton of villagers rendered in HD, and all of us believed we were getting a new Animal Crossing game for Wii U, because it was like, why would they render all these characters in HD to do nothing with them? So with this, I don't think they just took Dixie Kong, animated her, designed her model, did all this stuff just for the mobile game. I absolutely do not think so. I think this is going to lead into a big Mario Kart game. Whether they'll have all those alternate costumes or whatever with Tour, I don't know. But I don't think they did this just for the mobile game. I actually really don't believe that. There's a chance, there's definitely a chance that they did just do it for this mobile game. But I don't think so. They could have easily used any other character. And the fact that they thought to use Dixie as well, they could have done Funky and Cranky, which actually Cranky still would have been crazy. But they could have done Donkey Kong Jr. That would be a better example. They could have done Funky and Donkey Kong Jr. Donkey Kong Jr. was in one of the Mario Kart games as it is. They could have done those two, called it a day. But they actually chose a Kong that has never been in a Mario Kart game ever. I don't think this is just for this game. And I want to make this video to talk about it and discuss it, because I think Mario Kart's future is going to be very, very good. And I think that in terms of Donkey Kong being represented, I think that future also looks very, very good, because they could have just not done this event at all. And I gotta be honest, I'm probably gonna play Mario Kart Tour again just to get Dixie Kong, because I used to play it quite a bit. I think I had made a video in the past that I enjoyed it and that I was still playing it. I don't remember if I did that video or not, but I played it for a while after it came out, and then eventually I stopped. I'm going to try to get Dixie Kong, so it got me to play. But in terms of what I was talking about with Donkey Kong being represented, this is really big, because they could have skipped out on this event, and they did not have to include Dixie Kong. And the Rambi Kart is back, and it looks like old school Rambi, not the Rambi from the Retro Studios games. So I think this is honestly pretty big news. I know it probably doesn't seem like it, but I think this is going to lead to a great future for Mario Kart and Donkey Kong. Not to say that Mario Kart has to have Dixie Kong to be amazing, but I think that this is starting to kind of paint the picture of Mario Kart 9 is going to have a big roster. Because if you think about it in general, I mean, they got to change up the formula somehow. So I'm sure there'll be some gimmick in the racing part of it. But I have a feeling that this one's going to go big on characters. Because I would say that one of the number one things that people complained about with Mario Kart 8 was the roster. And I'm sure they're aware of it. And it would just be amazing to be able to play a Mario Kart game where there's just a ton of characters. I don't really even know why that game has characters cut, because it's not like Smash where they have to make a moveset. You make the animations and then that's it. I'm not saying it as if that's easy, I couldn't do it. But in terms of that game compared to Smash, I don't really understand why characters get cut. So I have a feeling that game's going to go big on roster, and I'm just very glad to see Donkey Kong getting good representation. So that's all I really have to say about this. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about all this. If you enjoyed this and want to support my content, feel free to subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you all later. Take care, everyone.